Alright, I'm going to be attempting to repair this clamp. I accidentally broke the handle off. As you can see, it just has these two plastic areas that kind of hold in here. So I guess technically all I have to do is glue these little circle things back in place. So let's take this apart and see if that's going to be doable. Right? I don't know why they just put plastic there. They should put a metal bolt through the entire thing, but I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and get these screws out. I'm using a PH2 screwdriver. Okay, I'm going to keep these screws in order because these are basically like wood screws. They just cut into the plastic. Okay, and if you put the wrong ones or different ones, it could kind of like eat more into the plastic, so I don't want to cause the plastic to get more and more worn out. Okay, seems pretty simple. I only see 5 screws here. Hopefully that's all of them. I haven't really messed around with this thing, so I'm not sure what this does. Does this take this whole thing off? What does this do? Oh yeah, I think it just completely removes that. Anyways, let's get this out. Okay, now that we got those out, we can take that off. Oh yeah, you can see, very simple mechanism. So this thing, it just pulls this. So this, when you push, it pulls this spring in, so it releases grip, and it allows you to slide it. This one, what it does is it grabs along into this. Wait, which way does it go? I think it goes like this, because the handle goes into here. And basically the plastic just holds here and here. And as you squeeze it, it's basically just pulling this thing really hard. You can see how it pulls that in. Okay, so I don't know what kind of glue I can put in here that will be strong enough to hold this. Honestly, I feel like I should just drill a hole through it and then put a screw and bolt through. I don't know why they're using plastic here. Alright, well, anyways, we can probably tell which one goes where because it's just this small one and the other one. So we're going to try and look at it and then line it up the way it's broken. Okay, I think this is the smaller one for sure. Alright, so basically we just gotta find out how this plastic lines back up. And I'll probably use JB Weld or something because I don't think super glue is gonna bind this. Usually super glue is not very good at holding this kind of material together. The one thing is you can see there's a hole through here and a hole through here. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't just, I guess, I mean, this is a thin plastic, so if you put a bolt through it might squeeze the two layers together and it's not going to work very well. But, geez, which way does this go? It's so hard to tell. There's a big hole there. Okay, so that probably goes this way. Oh no. I mean, the other thing is stuff probably broke off from it. Okay, so, oh no. This is kind of scary. I'm amazed actually with how hard it is to pull this metal thing, how these two little things were strong enough to hold it all together. Okay, I don't know what kind of material this is that they use here. I don't even know if it's going to be able to stick back together with the way it broke. Honestly, where's the tallest peak? I think it just sat like this. Yeah, but I think it ripped itself out too strong. I don't know if I'd be able to put it back. Kind of sits in there. I don't know. Is there? I don't know. It kind of sits in there, but it's not perfect, so. I think if I put the glue and then just smush it together, it'll be enough because the handle will kind of hold it into place. So we'll just leave it, I think, lined up here. Will hopefully be good. And we're gonna have to we can't use a crazy amount, because if we put too much, then it's gonna overflow out here and then it's gonna get attached to this piece, which we don't want. All right, so there's that. And then we got this guy. Uh-oh, there's a big chunk of it that's kind of torn out here. So like that. How does this even fit? Assuming it goes like this. I don't know. It doesn't look flat. That's the problem. Is it supposed to be at a weird angle? Like, one side has way more plastic than the other. It's weird. Okay, it seems to fit like that. Okay, so now the tricky part, because if I glue this, or if I put the JB Weld, is it going to hold itself together? We're basically going to have to sit this in here, right? And it's going to have to sit at that specific angle where there's no force on it. I don't think I can do that. I think there's always some slight force on it. It won't, there's no position where there's no force on it at all. So we're gonna have to glue it and just hope that it's right, I guess. I don't know. This is weird. Okay. All right, let's get some JB Weld ready, and then I don't know how we're gonna stick it into place. Maybe I can take this out temporarily. Can I do that? Can I take this out temporarily? Oh, let's just pull this whole thing out, right? Actually, we can't, because we have to get that. We'd have to get this thing out, and I don't think I can get that split ring. This split ring out. Yeah, I can't get that split ring out, so that's not going to be an option. How can I keep this out of the way so when I put this, it will drop in? It would have to go in slightly like this. Like this. See, I'd have to hold it here. But there's no, it like won't stay in that specific spot. It's gonna move around. So I guess if I glue it, I have to hope that it's correct, because when I go to put it back together, if it's wrong, it's not gonna work. So we'll just have to hope. Okay, so let's mix together some JB Weld. The problem is, how am I gonna get it back in the right spot? This is tricky, huh? The best thing would be to drill a hole through this and then put a pin. Maybe this like screwdriver will fit through, right? Let's see here. I might have to put like a screwdriver, like one of these, through it. I have so many of these screwdrivers, maybe I should just use these. Use these as like little guides. Okay. We need to line this back up first. Then I can use that as a guide. That's not even in all the way, right? I don't know, this thing is hard to... Seems like it should be about there. Okay. I need a thing to kind of mark it. I don't have a way to. I can use a black marker. I need a silver marker so I can like put a line here. Okay, I can kind of see that, so hopefully that will be good. And then we'll do the same with this one. I just drew a line so I can kind of see where it should line up. Okay, now let's get a drill and let's drill a small hole through there. Because why not? Maybe I can break off a piece of the metal screwdriver, drill a hole all the way through and use that. Because then I can line the hole up with this as well. Right? That would be useful. Now to decide how big to make this. It's 2. The thing is, we don't want to make it exact because the probably 7/64. Okay, that might be good. Okay, so we're gonna drill a hole through, and we gotta do this on both of them. So since they have the little circle there, let's just drill through. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, let's do the same thing with this one. You got the hole there. We're going to drill a hole through. Okay. Oh, maybe I should try and clean up the other side as well. Okay, now we should be able to pretty much get one of these in there, kind of. All right. So I have a whole bunch of these screwdrivers, so I think what I'll do is, let's go ahead and put this away real quick. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the screwdriver through, and then I don't know if my Dremel can cut through it or not. Actually, I should have probably checked if I had a nail that was this size, but I don't know. I got a whole bunch of these screwdriver things. I don't think I can cut through it though. Like, I have so many of these. I'm pretty sure I can't cut through it. I have a really good, like, one of these. I don't think this is gonna cut through it though. Let's see, can this go through here? Oh, it's too small. I need a different sized one. That's too big. Let me find something that I can put through there that will fit, and I'll be back. Okay, I think what I decided is if this plastic is strong enough, then paper clips will probably be good enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some paper clips, and then I'm going to actually bend them over once I get them. So we can probably fit about 3. So we're going to cut this into maybe 3. I don't know if, or should I just fold it? I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I think would I be able to twist them on each other? That might work best, right? If I grab it and then just twist it so it's all spiraled on itself. Okay, let's try half first. Sorry, you guys are getting to see my entire thinking process. So if I put 2 of these, for sure we can fit another 1 or 2. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut this into 4 pieces, I think. It's hard to keep this, to bend it out completely evenly straight. But there we go, okay. All right, so I'm gonna measure this out and I'm gonna cut it exactly, or try to cut it exactly into 4 pieces. So we have this, I'm gonna get a ruler. Okay, I have this really old ruler. I probably should have got one with millimeters on it because this just has inches and this thing is super dusty. Oh my goodness, okay. It's about 6 inches, so we'll cut. Let's see here. Let's start at the 1 just so make sure none of the marks are missing. So 7. Okay, so 6 and 1 little dash. So we'll do 3 and half. 1, 2, 3. So we'll cut it around there. Oops, sorry, I don't even know if you're able to see what I was doing. But I was just measuring this, okay? Now I'm gonna get this and we're just gonna cut it there. Around there, okay? And I'm gonna hold it. Okay, that should hopefully be about half. Just about, all right, almost perfect. Okay, I think we should be able to fit twice. Okay, so now let's measure one more time here. So now we gotta cut at 1.5 length. Okay. So just about here. Okay, hopefully that's about right. If not, too bad. But there we go. And we'll cut the other one. Slightly off, but should be okay. Do that. Let's just cut them all to the same length as the shortest one. Okay. Oh. And we'll fix that. Uh-oh, did I lose one? I might have lost one. I need to find it. Where'd it go? Well, I'll look for it later after I cut this one to be the same. Okay, so I just gotta cut a tiny bit off of this guy. All right, let me go find that one that went astray and I'll be back. All right, so we got 4 of these now. Let's see if we can fit all 4 through the hole. I'm not sure. 3, I'm pretty sure. 4, I don't know. So we'll get the 3 in first. Okay, 3 works. The 4th one, probably not actually. Okay, so now that we have these in there, we can use these to guide the thing. Okay, so we have the black line there. This was for that. This one's for that. This is for this. And now, hopefully, okay, that lines up. Perfect. Okay, do I even need to fix this thing if this works? I don't know. Okay, so we got 3. And then once we get them all the way through, we can just bend these ends out and that will hold it. It's probably gonna poke my fingers, but whatever. Okay, so now let's go ahead and stir up the JB Weld. Okay. All right, JB Weld is a 2-part epoxy. There's a black and a white. There are other kinds of JB Weld, but just use the black and white one, okay? the other ones aren't very good. Well, I guess it depends what material, but yeah. For what I do, the black and white ones are what I need. Okay, so we'll do this. Get a little bit of that. Okay, and we'll go ahead and clean this off. Alright, we'll get the black one. If you're wondering, I use a yellow screwdriver for the white, the blue one for the black, and then green one for the mixed. Okay, that's actually too much. I don't think we need anywhere near this much, but we'll see. Okay, get the lid back on there. Okay, and now we'll mix them together with the green one. Okay, now we gotta pull this back out. Alright, actually we don't really need to pull it out. What we need to do is get the JB Weld down there. Okay, so we're gonna try and keep this a little bit centered. We're gonna put JB Weld on this portion down there. I don't want too much because I don't want it going everywhere, but oops, sorry, we're getting this all in there, go all the way around, smear it all in there. Okay. And then I think we're gonna have an issue here. Oh no, I covered the, oh, I didn't cover the line completely. Okay. All right, so we got that guy. The orange piece is probably going to end up touching this, and then we're going to have it glued all together. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and avoid that, but we might not be able to. All right, let's get that there. Okay, we're going to get this guy in here. So we're going to just get the JB Weld all around that. Okay. Okay, now we'll get this. Where's the line here? Okay. And line this guy up. Okay, smush that down into place. All right. The thing is, how am I going to get this all lined up and smushed down? I don't know. We'll see if this will hold it in place enough. So we'll get this onto here first. Hopefully. Okay, so now we have this here. But this is going to have to go backwards, right? How am I going to get that through first? Shoot. I should have done this side first, actually. Okay, so, well, we'll hold this here. Can we pull these out? Do I gotta do one at a time? Okay, let's pull it this way. Alright, we'll put this here first. Okay, let's see. Can we push this through the opposite way? Maybe if we just do one at a time. Or two, and then the last one. Come on. Okay, those two, and then the third one. Push that down. There we go. Okay, so now maybe we'll put this guy on, because that will help line it up, right? Kind of, not quite, but actually that worked. Okay, now this needs to stay lined up. Yeah, see, it's getting the JB weld on there. Oh, I probably should have just left 2. This is going to be a pain now. Or I should, okay. Ouch. Okay, now we'll sandwich this in. Let's actually take one out for now, or at least lower it down. Okay. All right. Now we can line those 2 up. Oh, that didn't work. Just pushing the whole thing down. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this all into place, and then we can hopefully push these back through. Come on, last one. Last one won't go in. I can't find where the spot is to push it for this last one. Take it out. Let's try and push it from this side. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we got them all in. Okay, so try and even it out. All right, so now this actually works okay. Without letting the epoxy set, we can already use it because now we have these. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to bend those into the proper position. For now, let's go ahead and get these screws in. Okay, the best way to put these screws back, because they have like the sharp threads that will just eat into it, is it's good to twist it backwards. You'll feel it kind of click, and then you can tighten it down. There we go. And it should twist in really easily because it's following the same original thread path. Okay, that's the best way to put these back. Okay. If you don't do this, there's a good chance it'll go in crooked or create a new thread path that's gonna make the plastic even weaker. So you don't want to do that. It's already plastic, okay? Don't make it even weaker. All right, we'll get that in. And then we'll test this by, I was using this on a, whatchamacall, car ECU thing. That's going to be in another video because I'm still working on that thing. But yeah, you already saw it kind of work. So now we just got to bend this back out, or bend the paperclip pieces out so that way they will hold this in place. Okay, I need to kind of tap this down to make it even. Try and even them out, evenly spaced. It's a little bit more to one side. Oops, what was that? Oh. I didn't tighten this thing back in. So let me do that before the top piece falls out. There we go. Okay. Let's also clean up this stuff before the epoxy sets on it, and then I have to throw it away. Wipe this off. And let's get a little more paper towel to clean this up. Okay. I know this is a long video, but hopefully some people enjoy it. I know I'm leaving in a lot of useless stuff here, but okay, here we go. All right, so next what we gotta do is bend this out. You can use tweezers or whatever. I'm gonna first use a flathead screwdriver just to get in between, and then use that to kind of bend it. You see, like this, okay? pushed it through a tiny bit. I didn't want it to do that. Oops. Stay even, okay. And we'll try and again get in between these. I might need a smaller flathead screwdriver. Let me use this one. So I can get in between and then bend them outwards. Okay. Basically, we're just going to bend it outwards so that it can't pop back out the other way. Okay. Alright, so once you bend it out already, you should be okay. Get the screwdriver in there and just bend it outwards. Okay, so now this shouldn't come out. We're going to bend the other side, and then we just got to flatten it. Okay, again, let's use the smaller one first to just separate them. And once we do that, we can get the bigger one in between. Kind of use that to bend it down. Okay, just like that. Oops. All right. If I had a big, like, round thing, I can just smush it in between and it would bend them all completely flat. I guess this works. Okay, now that we got that, let's see, can I use that to bend it? There we go. All right, so we'll bend this flat like that. I can technically rotate these, however. They're probably going to move around over time. So if you want them to stay still, you'd probably have to like glue them or something. But there we go. Okay, now that one's good. We're going to do the same thing over here. Just bend it. Bend it. There we go. All right, now that that's all flat, it shouldn't be able to come out because it's basically just hooking itself into there, okay? All right. All right, it doesn't need to be perfect. All right, so now that's gonna definitely hold itself into place. It shouldn't break again. I don't know if the things in the middle are gonna like eventually solidify with the epoxy, but these metal things alone with the plastic just being held in place should be good enough. And now you can see it works perfectly fine. Okay, I don't know why they cheaped out on this. They could have just made this also metal, and then I guess maybe people wouldn't pay as much, but there you go. Completely tightened. Works really well, and the epoxy is not even set, so we're good. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it didn't help you out, hopefully you just found it cool or useful or something neat, because usually people will just throw away this kind of stuff and then buy a new one when it breaks. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys appreciate how things are built and how you can fix them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to see me use this for something I'm already working on, again, I was working on a car ECU thing, so if you want to see that video, yeah, that's also going up real soon, probably around the same time. So I'll see you guys in that one, hopefully. All right, let's drop this. Bye.